Hello, stitchy friends. How are you? I hope you are all well. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Sophia, and this is my channel, Sophia Stitching Love. I hope you are all well, and I want to thank you for taking the time to be here with me. Uh, Time for me is the thing that we've got the most precious in our life, isn't it? Well, we've got family, but time is something that you can't get back. If you hear and if you're spending some of your time, you give me one of your best things that you have. So if you take that decision, I want to thank you very much. Um, I'm here to show you some stitching, but you may notice that today I'm not so well. I usually don't talk much about my personal life, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep like happy and joyful today as I'm normally, because I've just been combing my hair, and every time that I do it, I feel like I'm going to be left with no hair very soon. I don't know what's going on in my life. I'm a hairdresser. I know that you may be looking at my hair and say, "What's she's on about?" Uh, I know I look like I've got lots of hair, but I've got it all pulled into the front. But I don't have half of my normal hair is falling off. I don't know if that's the word used in English. I don't know why. That is what's worrying me is not being left without hair, because I've seen all my in all my career. I've seen lots of people losing hair and coming back. What is worrying me is not knowing what is causing this. And the Portugal's health system is so bad at the moment that we can't get appointments. I'm not even like I pay my taxes. We normally have a health system that we can go into appointments and have medicines and having blood tests and all that. But at the moment, nothing is working. I'm not even talking about that one. I'm even talking about the private system. If I want to go and to pay for an appointment, there's no doctors at the moment. We are left with no doctors because all the younger people is leaving the country, is looking for a better life, going abroad. I can't blame them. But then there's no one to go to. I've had some problems, like urgent problems, and I was waiting 3 months for an appointment. Some other cases is even more, and at the moment, I don't know. I've just called a clinic. I asked them, I beg them, please. I just need a doctor. We need to do some tests to see what's going on. Let's see if someone, she was going to see what she could do. And let's see if she comes back to me. I begged her to not forget about me, but we'll see. So, all this at the beginning, really sorry, but just so you know, you've got some context of why I might be more serious. I'm going to try not to. Uh, this is not about sad things. And today I've got something, oh my God, so nice to show you. You're not going to believe. Well, you will, but I'm going to leave it to the end. But I am so out of myself. Well, I'm just going to give you a clue. You've seen it in the thumbnails. I'm sure I've put the picture there. And I was talking with Carol, you know, the Russian designer, and I wanted to have some designs that I had in my head made as patterns. I shouldn't say that much. I will explain it at the end. Well, I think, I'm not sure, I have this gorgeous, beautiful pattern, at least for me. We'll see, but we'll talk more at the end. I will explain what's going on. So, what have I been stitching this week? And because of that, because of the thing that I'm going to talk in the end of the video, I didn't do as much stitching. I'm just going to come back out. I didn't do that much stitching this week. Colors are funny because there's no sun today, but it's still daylight. At the moment is 2:30 nearly, and but it's a dark day today. So we've got more pale colors. That is something to do with the end bit. But oh well, Easter's just gone. So I had a challenge, didn't I? If you were with me from the last two videos, you know that I had a challenge that was to finish this little kit that I had as a sample from Painting Fairy. And my daughter, well, if you don't know the story, I asked my daughter to pick up a spring kit, a new start for me. And as she did, she also saw two of these little designs exactly the same. And she said, "Oh, why don't we stitch this? You stitch one and I stitch the other, and then we can have two of the same." And I was like, "Two of the same? Why do we need two of the same?" But then she said, "Oh, it would be nice and cute." I said, "Okay, whatever." And then I challenged her back to at least do something different as a finish. So what I've got to show you, it's my finished. It's not fully finished. I think I know what I'm going to do with it, but I didn't have the time. So I don't know where you can see better. Maybe here. And you know what? I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it. I didn't find it pretty. It's too much light. But I can't shut the window because my mom is teaching by the window. She doesn't understand English, otherwise she would just start complaining, saying like, "Oh, I can go away and you can shut the window." No, so let's just leave it there, stitchy, while I'm recording. I've got the two dogs and the cat and my mom next to me. So, don't know if you can see properly. Is fully finished. No, sorry, it's finished. It even has his back stitch. Now, I didn't do the back stitch exactly as planned. What did I change? The color. The back stitch was supposed to be in black, but I only used the black for the eyes and the nose. For everything else, I decided to use a brown. Then we may see the difference when my daughter finishes hers. She challenged me, but she doesn't have hers finished by Easter, did she? So mine is here. And it's gorgeous. It's so cute. I never thought that that thing in the design was gonna come this cutie. The back stitch just really lifts it up. It gives it life. It's very beautiful. So in this one, I finished the crosses and I did the back stitch. I don't know exactly, but I counted more or less like 1,000 stitches. Oh, this week I did, well, no, this one I'm not sure. So let's just say under 5,000, a little bit less stitching because of what you're going to see at the end of the video. Now, the last one, they're not by order as I stitch it. The last one that I picked up is this one. And this is a Mereshka kit and it's called Dutch Meals. I love it. I'm going to try to see if I put the pictures as I add them before I pick them up and as they are now. I didn't stitch much in this one because it was the last one that I did. And then I started that thing. I'm not going to show it yet. So sorry. I'm just so excited about it. So in this one, I did 412 stitches. I love this bright, nice picture. It looks really nice. It's been stitched on 18 count. This is kind of a light blue Ada. I'm going to tell you about these frames. I did talk a little bit in the previous, like last week. Now, it was an offer by 5 Stitch. That's how they call them. Well, I'll add the link. I'm sorry, I need to go and see. Sorry, it's just not my hair that is going, my memories too, but it is 5 Stitch. 5 Stitch sent me a couple of these frames and they are good. Oh yes, they are. I wasn't a very big fan of them because of thinking that they didn't stretch the fabric properly. Well, not these ones, but the ones that I had tried. I can't remember the name, but these ones are perfect. They're very tight. You know, I think this here is tighter than the other ones used to be. So I will leave their link. Also, I've got something else to show you from them. I will leave you the link for them in the description box if you're interested. They're very lightweight, they tie to the fabric very well. There's different sizes. You can change, if you need it to be long but shorter, you can adjust it between them. I really, really like them. There's one thing that they could do. I don't think they see these videos, but they could do some bars to extend them. If you wanted to put two together, that would be a very good idea. But I don't know if they'll come up with something like that. That's Schmiels. Now, the next one that I've got here to show you is that beautiful pink combination that I call pink elegance. Oh, my cat is sneezing. This beauty. I love the colors. I love the way that it's coming out. Oh, poor thing. Well, it's not just one. I think I can put you the picture of how it was and how it is now. You can see it. Sorry, I'm a bit lost. I think it's okay now. I think it's okay. It's finished. Let me just fold it so you can see it closer. So this is Pink Elegance. I'm lost today. This is Pink Elegance, and I can't remember the name. I didn't get my little cards, did I? Don't have them here with me. I'm not going to stop again, otherwise this video will never be finished. She's Natalia something. I will write it down. I'll put the name on the screen. And this beautiful, beautiful picture of the bluebird with the pink. They're not roses. They are one of my favorite flowers. Peonies. Oh, everything is hard. And I did 1013 stitches, and it's coming up lovely. I can't wait to get to a proper flower. I think it's around here. I think the color's going to be gorgeous. I'm so much into pinks and colors at the moment. I don't even have the sizes to tell you how much this is going to be once finished. Oh, well, you'll know in the next video or in the last ones. Sorry. Now, this one, I picked it up because it was Easter. It was not one of my priorities, was it? But I decided to pick it up. And this beauty doesn't have a name. This is from Siberia Stitch, I remember that. This is 300 stitches wide, so it will be more or less in here, more or less like that, from my hand to the other hand when it's finished. And this, to me, is all about not Easter, but the previous days to Easter, isn't it? It's like when you're looking at picture, you can feel not exactly all that pain, but you can see everything that was going on, can't you? In this one, I stitched 1004 stitches, 18 count, 8 again, as everything will be from now, probably. And I've been trying to do the park stitches, park threads that I had, and then I carry on. I had to park some underneath, but at the moment I'm not feeling like parking at all. But I love it, black and white. I don't know, it doesn't have many colors, but must be something like 20 or something like that. I'm not even sure. Sorry. And now I only have one more to show you, that you know by now what it is. It's my priority at the moment, and it's Mother's Love. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna get up again. That's the best way to show you. Here it is. So I've been stitching some of the park threads that were around here, and then I started from here coming up again. In this one I stitched 1511 stitches. And how pretty is this coming up? Really, really nice. One thing that you're going to see why, you're probably guessing by now what it is that I'm going to talk to you about at the end, but is these colors here are coming up brighter than on my device when I'm stitching my app. I use Saga to stitch it, and in the Saga the colors are not as bright as they end up being, what makes it even nicer. So hopefully I will have this top part, there's still a little bit more here, finished by the end of this year. That would be great. If I carry on with 1500 a week, it will be done. We shall see. I should do a little bit more, especially because it's summer, like in August, and in December, I usually don't have much time to stitch, but we'll see. So this pattern at the moment has 17.44% stitched. It's not even 20 yet, and I'm already dreaming of finishing half of it. That's it, friends. That's everything that I've been stitching this week. So now I'm going to show you something that 5 Stitch sent me. Apart from those frames, they've also sent me a box. Well, we used to another company that does similar boxes to this one. I've not seen one of these green ones, but they are from 5 Stitch. Let's open it up. I've already opened, I know what's inside, but let's pretend that I didn't. And let's see what's in here. Well, I know they give me the opportunity of choosing the kits. So usually, like they say, you can spend this amount, and you just have to pay. All I have to pay is the shipping, and then let's take everything out. It's all inside of another bag. And then they give me that amount so I can choose patterns to show you. So again, I decided not to choose a big one. One of the things that, I forgot to reply to an email that I had from a stitchy friend. I will reply to you. I know it's regarding Panda Stitch and Fairy Stitch. I will reply. I'm really sorry. Try to do it today. So I've picked up 3 kits, and they also send me, these little kits, like with tools. You know already. I'm sure you know. You've seen in my videos before, but I'll try to show you quickly. It's the parking bobbins. They sent 3. They're very useful. They've sent some of these needles in size 26. Needles are never too many, aren't they? And they've sent, these thimbles that I cannot use them. I really don't understand them, because if you put them on, yeah, they're supposed to go like that, but then the needle still goes through them. I'm not sure. There must be something that I'm doing wrong. And also some scissors, and they cut really well. They still come all oiled. They're very nice. I'm gonna put it back here. Then they've always sent these flyers. You already know. One of them is explaining about their threads, how good they are, and I don't need to read this to you again, but I tell you, they are brilliant. They are really, really good. They're my favorite threads. I can't tell you enough of how much I love them. They don't come apart. They've got their shine. The colors are perfect. I love to stitch on them. I usually stitch 2/1 on 18 count, and I really, really love them. Then they've got instructions on how to take care of your kit. And they've sent me a sample of the threads, like if I didn't know them by now. I love them. They also very kindly sent me a fabric. Sorry for the noise. I'm trying to be fast. Another of their printed. I haven't used any yet. I'm never too sure what to stitch on them because, usually I prefer full coverage. And I have not been starting that many smaller ones, like not full coverage, but it's very beautiful. It's kind of pink and salmon. It's coming more pink in the screen, but it's a mixture between pink and salmon. I wish somehow I could show you properly. But it's very nice, very spring. Then there's the kids. Now this company, they say they do pay because I've already contacted one of them just to know Buzena. Buzena asked some of their designs on them, and I did contact her, ask her if they were being corrected, if they were licensed, and she said yes. So I'm going to show you the kit. This is F. Lena Landscape. The designer is Lena Sumoska. Not sure if that's how we're supposed to say it. And it's like that. And I've ordered this on a 14 count. It's a little nice and bright spring landscape. Oh my god, sorry. It reminds me of the one that I'm stitching, that I've just shown you, that Schmilz from Bereshka. Kind of reminds me that my mom is already eyeing this one from over there. I know she likes it. It's really nice. Now it comes with those fantastic threads. Very nice. In this plastic organizer, as I always show you. They're very nice, very good. And here is the canvas with a very, very nice print. You can't ask for better than this. And look how much fabric we've got left on here. But then it makes it a lot easier to put on the frames, doesn't it? It makes all the difference. I hope you can see the print. It's very, very clear. There's no problem. Crisp and clear. No problems at all on stitching this. This is 100 by 100. Just going to put it here in the side, and then I will tidy up everything at the end. Now the second one, after that rabbit that I wasn't giving much for it, and it shocked me, surprised me how nice it is, then I'm sure I'm going to have to stitch this one. This is not a rabbit, but it's sheep. Look how cute. Very, very nice, isn't she? Well, for me it's a sheep. Does it say here anything? Mrs. is a Mrs. sheep. Yes, it is a sheep. So the design is Sirius, and this was in a 16 count. I didn't show you on the other one, but I always assume that you've already seen this, but if it's your first time here, this is how the patterns come, very clear. So you can see here by color and the kind of stitch and the number. This one, as always, they have full solid colors and blended. And oh my god, it's like if her eyes here are really, really big. See? How cute. Oh, I could see just her face. It would look amazing. Very nice. So this one is 100 by 100. And I have, no, the other one was 100 by 100. And this one, it's, oh, let me have a look. So I'm not lying. I know that in high is 130, but the width, so sorry, it's 114. 114 by 100 and nearly 40. These are the gorgeous threads. Very good, very nice. I really like them. We've got another 2 organizers. Oh, look, they've sent me organizer just for one. That's very good. And in this one, it's not printed. I asked for a blank one because I love counted. So my mom is not going to do this one. This one will be for me. But my God, isn't this fabric too big for a little sheep? Oh, I bet I'm only going to use like a quarter of it. I'm pretty sure. This is massive for a little sheep. And the third one that I've got to show you, and the last is third and last. I'm sorry for all these noises. It's from Stitchy Land. It's very well known by now, and it's called Forester's House. Very nice. I haven't stitched anything from this designer, but I've seen plenty of them around, and I do like them. So this is my opportunity, and this is a stamped one. I was just looking to see what I picked up. 14 count, and it's gorgeous. Again, let's see what's inside for us. So this one has 20 different colors. Oh, smaller than usually because I didn't look at the one with the sheep. Let me have a look. How many were they? Oh, it's not in here. They are 45 colors, but this one is only 20, yes. Well, it's the designer who decides, isn't it? And we just teach it, and in the end, it's always gorgeous and lovely. So the pattern, it's like that. Nice and clear. They are all solid. In this one, there's no blended. And then the fabric, as I said to you, I picked it up in 14 counts, and it's like this. It will be very easy to stitch. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very easy. And then 40 counts, but plenty of quantity of them. Nice. So that was it. This is from 5 Stitch. I will leave you their link there. If you use it and you can use my coupon, you will have 5% discount, and they will know that you bought it because you saw it in my channel. And for that, they will send me probably sometimes something else to show you again. And that was all. And now we're left with that thing, that thing that I said to you. So, my friends, sometimes, when you've got something specific in your head and oh, I would love to have pattern like that, but that thing is in my head. Sometimes you can find patterns very similar to what you wish to stitch, or some other times you're not even wishing for anything, and something comes up and you say, oh, wow, I love that. I always thought that I wanted to stitch something like that. So this time I had something in my head, but I wasn't sure. Well, I went to Carol, that's designer for Mother's Love and other designs that I'm stitching and that I love. And I was trying to explain to her. I didn't say exactly these things, but I was trying to go around because this was not the only thing that I wanted. Well, I'm already telling you, I wanted a design. And as I was trying to explain another one, I was trying to tell her things to see if she would come up with the idea that I had in my head. And it was coming up quite hard. Two heads don't think alike. And then there were so many things that I think she stopped listening to me, and I wasn't feeling very well as asking for more and more details because she's a designer and she designs whatever she's also feeling it. So I don't know, it wasn't easier, like the communication, to explain what I wanted. So I decided to come up with a picture. I'm going to grab my mobile, but I'm going to put the picture here. So are you ready? This is the picture. It may not say anything to you, but to me, it means the world because they're my dogs. They're my best friends. Well, the bigger one, the Doberman, is Louis. You've seen him around. And the other one, you've seen him too. Oh, it's Louis doing his, he's dreaming. He's like moving, shaking because he's dreaming. And then the little one in the middle is Bambi, that you've seen pretty times as well. And the other one, it's not me, okay? But it's a pretender, prettier, me younger, and all those things. Well, I tried to play around with IA, and this is what I came up with. And I'm so in love with it. So I wanted to stitch something like that. Why not? How pretty. Well, and that was the reason why I was trying to talk to Carol. But I didn't have the picture at the time. I was trying to tell her, like, to have a dog or a cat. Could we make a picture like this or like that? And she showed me some examples, but they were not the thing, when you look and you say, yes, it's that. So when I was able to come up with a picture, I said, well, maybe I could try to come up with a pattern. Maybe. I'm not a professional, but no one is a professional until they become a professional, right? So everyone has a start, and that may be fun. And that's why yesterday and today I haven't stitched anything yet because I've been trying. Well, yesterday first I came up with the design, and then at evening and today I came up with a pattern. Now, I'm not sure how well it is made. I'm not sure if this will come up properly. But then, one thing I can tell you, I've already did so many versions of it. I'm doing in a proper program to make patterns. And the best one, I think, is the first one that I came up with. I've already tried to redo it, try to come up with the same situations, the same again, but I just can't do it. I don't know what I did last night that it came up so nice. There's just one thing. I'm always going to be open with you. I'm going to put the picture of the original that you've already seen, and now the picture that is coming up on my Saga app, and the colors are a lot paler in the app. I had to do most of this manually because it was a nightmare, believe me. So I'm not 100% sure if the colors are correct. Well, I knew my biggest thing was the skin. I didn't want her skin to be like having highlands in the middle. I know, sometimes when you see pattern designs that are not very well made, uh, their skin, or when there's like someone, a person, sometimes the skin is not very well. And Bozena and Keru, they do these fantastic patterns that you don't see islands in the skin. Uh, but then the colors became a lot paler, lighter in the pattern. Now, as I picked up thread by thread to compare it, they are brighter. So I'm hoping that the design, if I do stitch it, it will become even brighter. Well, not even, because it's not that bright in the picture. It will become brighter. I'm looking now because you've got the picture here, but I've got it here. So I've got it in front of me. As that's what I was telling you to, this mother's love, and that's what is making me having hope, is still having hope, is that when I see the stitching that I'm coming up with and what's in my Saga app, the Saga app is a lot, the colors are lighter than it actually is in reality, but not as lighter as my own. So we shall see. I'm going to try to stitch a little bit. I may start with her mouth or with her eye or something like that, just I know one of the big problems is maybe her shoulder. There's like a spot of light in the shoulder, and it makes it strange the colors there. So I'm gonna have to stitch 2 or 3 places where to see if there's a problem in there or not, and then decide. If it's not okay, then I will send this picture to one of them and ask them if they can make the pattern for me. But it would be nice to be able to have my own pattern too. So we'll see. Next episode, what have I been able to come up with? And now, I'm not going to want to stitch anything else until I see what's coming up in this one. So let's hope that I can make a video next week to show you, how do you say it in English, like next episode, see what's coming up after. Is this going to be a disaster, or is this going to be acceptable, or not say good, but oh well, acceptable. I'll be happy with it. Um, so I hope you're happy with me, because I'm really, really happy with this. I can't stop staring at it, how beautiful, how gorgeous it is. Even if it comes up just in the paler, like lighter colors, I won't be as happy, but it'll still be okay. But we'll still see. I need to stitch a little bit here and a little bit there to then find out what's going on. So that's it, my friends. That's everything I've got to show you. I hope you enjoyed. I think it will be shorter. I'm not sure. I've completely lost the track. Not sure if it'll be longer or not, but I just say thank you. I hope you are all well and that you take care of yourselves. And we'll see each other. Well, I don't see much of you, but at least I like to have your contact and chat to you by comments and messages. And that's it. I'm not gonna chat away anymore. Take care. Bye bye.